Okay, my friends. Let's just quickly review what we found today. If you guys missed some today, these are going to be the highlights from today's episode. The highlights from today's episode is that Luna Classic just completely hit its target number 3, which is our next trade on Luna Classic. In addition, on the 1 minute chart, just before filming, we saw that there should be some weaknesses appearing on Luna Classic, and there was. You could continue using that to see if price builds above there, and you may be able to look for a second entry. It would look like this. We're using it on a 30-minute chart. If I see a 30-minute break above this chart, I would be looking for prices to go higher, generally sometime after that. And there may be another trade left on Luna Classic, but we don't have the target for you. It's just going to be somewhere that's higher. I don't know. I do have some prophetic intel that tells us that when we see Bitcoin reach a certain number, that's when Luna Classic may go on the decline, and the number that we're looking for is Bitcoin hitting around 55,000 for that to happen. Currently, I have a Bitcoin target around 45,000 is where I see the next target hitting 45,000 for Bitcoin. But for Bitcoin to do that, it needs to stay and clear above this 40,671 line. There's a reason it needs to stay above that, and we got some time. So we got about 6 more hours left as it is right now. And if you get that close, look for it to make another run up. We may pull back over the next couple of days, but look for that to be hit as a very viable. It will look something like this. Okay. The next thing that we saw in this episode today is that we saw that there is a foundational area on Bitcoins for people looking for an entry who are trading Bitcoin or buying a type of Bitcoin coin. It's going to be there. That's a foundational area. You can look and wait for a price to crack that level on a 15-minute chart, and you may see positiveness on Bitcoin coming up real soon. Okay. Otherwise, you may see a little bit of a slowdown. On Luna, on KSM, we did see a breakout. Price is sitting at a sword cut on the weekly chart, and I'm excited about this because there's still potential up until we hit the red line. This is fantastic. Around $36 is going to be the exit, and we're basically at entry prices because you're pretty close to sword cut, but it is a weekly chart, so this may take longer, and it's more of the longer term trade, but we're at some of the best prices. We're close to the best prices, which would have been around $23 for this crypto. It's currently around 25 right now, so you're not so far off from the entry. On KSM, we can see that there's another micro entry on the daily chart, not just the weekly, that's happening now. So there may be some bullishness that we see over the next few days, or even possibly this week. The run may be sooner than we expected. Current entries after this are current prices around $25. Price is just sitting on the right side of price, so it's very possible that the move may happen soon, and it does not need to pull back to sword cut anymore because it pulled into that sword cut in addition. So that's the longer term view on the weekly, and that's the shorter term view for the KSM. Kusama is the name of it, right? Kusama, something like that. Yeah. NEO, we did identify that there is a break that's happening right now. We look to expect to see a run from $10 area to $15 area. You're currently at $11.85. It looks like Mixed Phantom is at work, and that there is a longer term foundational area that we need to be paying attention to, and that's around $67. So if we get a break and build above the $15, we may be looking to get to $67. So right now you're at pretty close to the entry prices on the monthly chart. So that's on the monthly chart. This is a big trade. On the daily chart, it looks like a pullback right into sword cut, and you're pretty close to those sword cut prices. Okay, so if you're trying to get in close to the best prices, right now that's around $11, and you're at $11.86, so you're not so far from the entry. We do have an entry on NEO. On DAG, we are looking for a break above this blue line and a trade up to there, but we basically already hit that top very close, so we would be looking for a break above 0.044. We already had the main break, which was above this orange line here, and that's the line we've been really looking for. That's a strong foundational area. You'll see it if you draw it on the weekly chart. You'll see it. It's very clear to draw that foundational line, and you can see that we just recently had the breakout. The next problem we're going to have is at that blue line. You need to clear that blue line for DAG. DAG did come down to the sword cut prices, so right now it's at some of the lowest prices you're going to get. I think that you're going to get is at 0.036 cents. Current price today is 3.7. So DAG is good, but don't expect it to move up today, okay, to the moon or anything like that. But it's at some of the best prices. So some people who want to get ahead of the game or looking for a crypto that's going to be a better, more longer term one, I'm excited about DAG. I think it's going to do well, and it has potential. I think we're going to hit the step up around 0.06 cents. So currently it's at 0.03 cents. So we're looking around 80 something percent. And then above there, the major target for DAG is actually 65 cents. Up in the sky. Now, I did not put on targeting system, but I'm letting you know it does have potential up to 65 cents. So you're talking about crypto that's from 3 cents to 65 cents. That is crazy, right? Now, some people say, oh no, that can't happen. It was trading before around what? 37%? 37 cents. So a crypto, 3 cents going back to 37 cents. Not so far-fetched, my friends. Not so far-fetched. Don't be surprised if it breaks out in the future and does that, especially with lots of cryptos coming into position. Look for some of these cryptos to pop up in health. The next crypto, we're looking at ASX. It is having a breakout, and there's still potential money on the table up to the blue line, and after that, there would be another trade. So there's still another 27 cents in. I think we're far off the entry. I didn't draw the sword cut, but it'd be around $4.30, but I wouldn't get out right now. I would make sure I take my target at $8.60 as the first trade. If there's a break above there, then I would be interested in getting in, because then I'll identify that trade. I would be interested in getting in above there. We do have two targets, $34 and $50. So $34, $50 as the two targets, currently at $6. The first trade is around 411 if you get the breakout above the $8.66. So that's pretty lucrative. ASX, okay, looking good, but no breakout just yet above that second part. It does need to clear that, and we could be playing in this channel for a little bit, but I have a feeling that because the markets are bullish right now, we may crack that. So a lot of cryptos in position, this may be something that's going to catch your eye. Okay, the next one is, you should know that on the daily chart, we are sitting on top of a round action flat with a pullback and rejections. We may be hitting that within the next few days, this target. On a 6-hour chart, by the way, there is a foundational area you guys can draw, wait above that line, and you may get the entry. So watch it on the 6-hour, and you may get an entry as well. CTX, as we're looking, we saw a price break above CTX. This is a strong line. I believe there's a money-making maneuver happen, but we're really far off sword cut at $1.34. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that pullback, because we're already experiencing some round action on the daily chart. So look for a break possibly above 194 and then a move up. We may not come back to sword cut. You may not get another chance at this one. Current prices are $2.23. We need to clear here on the daily chart. So that means in the next week, if we get a close above, or tonight we get a close above that area, I would be looking to get in on that crypto. CTX. To the main target, we have $19.54 as the main target. Up to there, that's around 889% from current prices. So if we're going to get there, that'd be great. Now, this one's a little bit wonky, but there's really just a trade up to the blue line and a pass and beyond the blue line. So that means we're really got to trade up to $3.44 first. So what is that, like maybe 80% on your money? And then another trade would be above that blue line. Okay, so don't just trade all the way to the target. Look to take it in multiple trades, okay? But overall, that's a total of around 800%, 800+%. That's a lot. So there's a lot of potential for some of these cryptos on the map, okay? I'm not telling you that's what they're going to do, but I'm telling you where to watch in all the map zones. That's what we do here on Chartroom. So CTX, and then CTX has the entry. Yeah, CTX has that parabolic action, so look for a break above 194, and then on a 6-hour or the daily chart, and then look for the trade. Now we see Rare was a very complicated. We had to use Mixed Phantom. The last entry would have been around $10.74. We did identify another potential entry that would have been around 12 cents. So around 12 cents, that would have been another entry. There was slowdown where it should have been according to the calculation. And we already hit the target number 1. So I'm not so interested in this one because we already hit the target. But if we crack above there, there's 2 major other resistances for people who are still in Rare. And I would say that you may find yourself getting to 33 cents and 74 cents. So those may be the potential areas where you're going to slow down or have to take some profit. 74 cents, 33 cents, rare, and currently just sitting at a target area of around 19 something percent. So around 20 cents currently. We may see slowdown in the next few days. And now if you debate and say, hey, we didn't really hit it properly, then you may find yourself still going up. Me, I'm so far from the entry, I don't want to take it. It's already started its run, and I'll pick a different horse. I did look at DGB. In Digibyte, we did identify a new breakout that is happening on DGB. We did calculate the descent area, and that means that we should be able to hit 0.0099 for its first trade. That's about 25% away. Current price is 0.079. We're far from the sword cut. We are far from the sword cut. This is a weekly chart. This is a longer term chart. But if we go down to a smaller daily chart, I think it is here, we can see that price is already building above its current descent because there's another descent in a smaller angle. So this is just using the daily chart, 6-hour chart. We can see that there is a line here in blue that price just broke out of. And using the descent, we can see price sitting on top of it. So this is basically entry prices now. That's basically what it's saying, is that price is in a healthy area to go up. So the odds are more in our favor that we're going to make a run, and you may see DGByte move quickly over the next few days up to 0.009. So I would be excited about DigiByte on a 6-hour chart, and I would feel comfortable paying 0.0079 prices for these, okay, because we already are coming off of a time when we were at sword cut prices, and so this is in alignment with a longer term trade. So this first trade is 7 cents to 0.007 to 0.009. That's approximately 27% money on the table that's available for DGByte before the next big trade. The next big trade after that would see us hitting targets of possibly 0.016 and possibly targets up here at around, what is that, 0.045. So around 0.16 and 0.045, that's pretty high up there, and I wouldn't be surprised. That's around 2,646, up to a prophetic number of 22 cents. So there's some prophetic intel that we will hit 22 cents on that, and again, we're not even at 1 cent right now. So if you're looking for a place and a jumping off place to get in DigiByte, you would do well to get as close as sword cut prices, or if not, you don't think you're going to get the full pullback to there, probably right now would be the time to get into DGB, because technically it doesn't have to follow the sword cut in orange anymore. It already did right there. Yeah, DGB may be taking off soon, and the train has left the station most likely. That'd be an insane amount of money to make. If you guys do well on that, write me, say hey, I did good on that. Don't tell me how much you made, don't tell me the percentage, just say hey, I did really good. And I'll say wow, I love to hear it. All right, VRA was really good, but VR, we looked at in the last episode, and I saw a lot of health on VRA and potential, so I'm excited about VRA. And VR was the other one we didn't get to, and I don't know if they're connected, but both of them seem to be in good position. VR is in good position on the weekly chart. It has potential up to 0.02 for the first trade, and then targets all the way up to 0.9 and 17. And man, I'm excited about that VR, because we broke up pretty well from right now. That's around 670% just to that, the target number 2. Up to now, in this current trade, there is a potential entry on a 3-hour chart. So we may get a breakout, and we're looking for a breakout at 0.011, and then we may see us make the run up to the 0.020. So 0.11 to 0.20, we're almost looking about 80% profit on there. What is this? 83% profit on the first trade. So this is used calculating the phantom using the descent. Okay. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting in at VRA if we get the breakout on that 3-hour chart. So we can watch that, and then I would take the trade. For me, that's what I would do. Okay, and then finally KISHU. KISHU, we are able to calculate a top using the monthly chart, and this is going to be around that price. It's lots of zeros, 27. I think it's like 9 zeros, 27. And we are at a breakout. There is an angle that we had to calculate called the tiger angle, which means I believe that we're going to stop around 9.5. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 9. That's 9 zeros 90s 90.95 for our first real resistance, that area. Okay, once we hit there, I believe that it's time to take some profit, and then we may see another trade up to the next target. I put it as target number 1, but really it's target number 2. But they do come together in the next few today. So I'm not saying it's going to go up today, but it's in position that if it's going to go up, it's going to go up to the tiger line first and break above possibly and sit on top of tiger, and then, which is that orange line, and then we can go up to its main target of 2.7. So yeah, that's going to be 8027. So massive potential on this one. I think it's going to do well. It's in position. So if I'm in KISHU, I wouldn't mind having some KISHU, a bag of KISHU. And if you're a person who cries a lot, don't worry about getting a bag of tissue as well, because that's probably good for you. Yes, that was a joke. On the daily chart for KISHU, there's also a current entry basically right now if prices can hold in the next 7 hours at the time of the recording. 6 hours, we're looking for price to clear and look. If it looks like that, I'll take the trade. If it's still underneath the line, I won't take the trade, but I need it to clear like that before I have my confirmation to go up. If not, we could just be playing down again. We can just be going down again, but I don't know what's going to be the case. We just need to wait for the candles to reveal the truth. Okay, and then finally, Shiba Inu. We did perform a new analysis on it. We performed a mixed tiger in this, and I was able to calculate that if we get a break above 0.000009, we should be going up to 0.000010, and there may be 2 points of entry, and that's going to be right there at the 9, and there's another one at the 0.0010. So 4 zeros and a 1. There may be an entry, and then from there we're gonna probably slow down at 0.0002. So that's about 100% from the 0.1 entry up to there. So about 100% from there. And from current entries, we're going to be also we're going to be looking to get in that area because we need to clear this yellow line. Now it's painted white in this area, but generally it's really yellow. Okay, this is a yellow parabolic, and this yellow parabolic is important because it measures a lot of energy that's came in the market, and in this episode we cover that in depth. So I believe it's going to be real important for our communities to be aware of that yellow line. If you get above that line, then there's a change of behavior, and then from there, using the mixed tiger calculation, I'm able to find that we should be able to move up to 25. Okay, if we get above 25, that would be the next area of health. But this is going to be the newest update that I have for Shiba Inu. We are still not there. It has not broken up yet, and it could waste our time, but it's very possible this is the season. If you get that crack above that price, 0.000009, it's time for Shiba. Okay, and Shiba may actually have its good bull move soon. Okay, currently on the daily chart it looks like this, but that's what we're looking for. Okay, understand? ACH not so exciting just yet. It does need a breakout above 0.027 for us to have a chance at 0.08. Otherwise, we're just looking to play in this area, and it's mostly like a little bit of a delay area. I'm not so excited about it just yet, but it may be soon. There may be a trade in this possible trade. Okay, and there may be more that we need to calculate and stops along the way using Tiger, but as it is, this is a weekly chart, so I'm not so excited about it. On BTC, on the dominance chart, we can see that prices should have started going up around November 28th, and we can see that's where a breakout has happened, and therefore we are in a territory where Bitcoin dominates. Bitcoin should be having the biggest, strongest pull in the market, and we have a chance of going higher. However, because of the acceleration zones that are explained in today's episode, I have a strong suspicion we may actually be hitting this top angle and going around to 60%. Now, I do have a top at 58% that I've had for quite a bit, but I actually expect us to have some strong potential on here. The other thing that's about this dominance chart is that it's showing that we should be experiencing bullishness over the next couple weeks. On Bitcoin's chart is showing health with the closing. So I would expect Bitcoin to close today above that line that I explained, so there should be going up higher. But the other thing I see is that price has a high chance of going up because of the USDT.D chart. And because the USDT chart has a strong chance today of closing below this number, 6.08, because we can close below there in the next 6 hours. If price closes there by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, I think that there's going to be a quick and sharp move over this month in December down to 4.98, 4.73 area. This blue line that's showing right here on my chart. If that happens, you're going to see Bitcoin go up, because when this chart goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Now, I just need you guys to know that in my analysis today, let me bring this up to the front. Visual order. This is going to be also the area and zone where there may be a rejection in the market, which means we may see Bitcoin do a sharp pump and there may be a strong reversal. And I have multiple reasons why this area, 4.98 to 7.3, may be the reversal area that can bring about a big crash. So when price goes there, if it stops right there, I'm going to be saying we may want to take profit on many cryptos during that area, and maybe putting low orders for certain cryptos. Bitcoin could be at a very high price when this happens. It could be 60,000. I have months ago, I shared that I believe it may hit 60 to 80,000. Some people are expecting to hit 120, but whatever the case is, even if it's a long spike down, if we stop still right on that line, I'm going to be really paying attention. That means I don't care how far it goes. If we stop still at 4.8 and cannot pass, that means that, warning, get out of crypto, okay? Or take some profit and get ready for some low buy orders. There's a lot of prophetic intel that matches that when you sit Bitcoin have a big pump, almost right away, there's going to be a dump in prices. And this may be the time, which means that you're going to have to act quickly. Harvest time. What happens at harvest time? The grain that sprouted up needs to be collected. Okay? And that means that there's a severing. So you're going to have to bring it into a barn. But the harvest time, prophetically, and from a lot of the prophetic communities, is that it's now. And it's starting now. So that means that you're going to start bringing in and receiving the bounty. And there's a lot of cryptos that are in position for that, for many of you. And you're going to see do really well. Some of you guys are doing really good with your Luna Classic. And some of you guys are going to do really good in other trades. I believe Gal is going to do really good. And some of the other ones are going to do good. AGIX is in health. There's a lot of cryptos that's healthy that we've discussed in our previous episodes. And there's so many more that we cannot cover. But I hope you do well for today. We're going to stop there. And I love you guys. We'll be back on Wednesday night. I normally do it. We normally read the Bible today, but since we're way over time, we won't today, at least for the recording. We did film our sermon yesterday, part 3 of Windows, Observation and Actions. Am I saying it wrong, Melody? Observation and Action of Windows, part number 3. We talked about King Saul. Oh, I love the message yesterday. If you guys didn't see it, I hope you guys watch it. It's on our WordRoom channel. And thank you everybody who supports us, supports the ministry, people who give tithe and offering to our online church. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all that. People who are dive tier members, you guys all in the live call. I love you guys so much. Everything in this video is not financial investment or trade advice of any kind. Everything's just for entertainment, educational, and comedic purposes only. I eat red crayons for breakfast. Trading in the markets carry substantial risk. Never trade more than you can afford to lose, and especially be aware against high leverage trading. All right, guys. I love you. We'll be back soon.